Hi. I'm going to give instructions for mindfulness practice because I'm going to include a number of different videos with different times and with some white noise in the background, some music, so that you can have a choice of how you'd like to practice. And I wanted to keep the instructions separate so that you can just get right down to the practice once you understand some of the helpful hints in doing a mindfulness practice. First of all, it's important that you're comfortable as you're seated or lying down. The only drawback to lying down is you may fall asleep. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not truly staying in the mindfulness practice. But if your body needs rest, you lie down and rest. So you want to be seated comfortably. It does not have to be on the floor. It can be in a straight back chair. It can even be in a more comfortable chair, but try to keep your spine aligned and your shoulders directly over your hips and your ears directly over your shoulders. A nice gentle extension through the spine, but the shoulders are soft and down. As your body settles in, you might need to keep shifting until you really are at ease. And while a practice of mindfulness is done in stillness, you need to get comfortable first, and it may take, a few moments into the practice before the body is really at ease. Let that be okay. So with mindfulness, it's not about shutting things out or making the mind not do its thing. It's more about paying attention to what is taking up your mind space. So one of the things that takes up the mind space is the sensations in the body. So often it's helpful to just pay attention to those for the first minute or so and keep accommodating the body until you're really at ease in the body. The other things that tend to get the mind going are our feelings, our emotions, our responses to the fact that we're sitting. It might feel, the body might even get antsy from that disruption of movement in our daily lives. Just pay attention to that and notice that. There are times when I'm sitting in a practice and everything is very fidgety. It's not about having the best practice. It's just about being here and giving yourself that time. The breath is our primary anchor for our awareness. So when you come into the practice, after the body settles, just begin to pay attention to the rhythm of the breath coming in and going out. You don't need to do anything with it. You don't need to make it longer or quieter. As the body settles, the breath will settle. And then what also settles eventually is the mind, and that can help settle the breath, and then that can help settle the body. So they all work together. It's important to just pay attention to what's going on. Some of the practices that I found incredibly helpful is that when my mind is working and it does start thinking and it starts taking me away from the body and breath, I just notice that that's happened and I label it thinking. Oh, I'm thinking. The minute I do that, I'm back in the present moment and I can bring my attention back to feeling the breath go in and come out, go in and come out. It doesn't matter how often that happens. The point is the practice. The ancients say 1,000 times the mind wanders. 1,001 we bring it back. So allow yourself just to play around with it, experiment with it. I'm going to have a 10-minute, 15-minute, some with some music or some nice nature sounds, some with complete silence. You'll find what works for you. And don't make something work for you that doesn't, but also give it a chance. Try it a few times. If there's anything I've forgotten, well, we'll just do the best that we can. Namaste.